Brian Powell of I Run Far here with Brett Rivers after his 9th place finish at the 2014 Western States 100. Brett, you got top 10 at Western States.
Career achievement, definitely. You know, years ago, never thought that was a reality, but owe a lot to my family and to my wife, and then especially the crew at San Francisco Running Company, and then all the guys I get to train up with. That's made the biggest difference, is really restructuring my training, learning from guys like Matt Lay and Jorge Maravilla, Alex Varner, Dylan Bowman truly on a daily basis. So.
That's awesome. It's funny because a lot of people maybe 5 years ago could have dreamed to be top 10 in Western States, and the dream has gone away because the competition has gotten so much deeper. You've been around the sport for a while, and it's amazing that as you've gone on, like, that idea has creeped in your head. And it's, if I'm correct, it's something you've focused on the last year.
Yeah, you know, quality over quantity. Recent parent, you know, I have a 10-month-old child, and so really had to kind of buckle down on making the most of my time, and I think that helped with training too, and doing that quality stuff, doing more speed work, carrying over the endurance stuff, and that track day and those tempo runs every week. That really helps. So.
Have you had to cut back your overall volume to accommodate the increase in intensity?
Some I would still love to get more running in, but that's not always possible.
Yeah.
Got to make sure my wife gets her own miles in. But you know, we work around it. And I do a good amount of bob training with some good vert, pushing Tamsin in the stroller, and I think that is still some fun stuff to do. So.
Obviously, you enjoy being out in the mountains, and you enjoy trail running and ultra running.
Love it.
Do you enjoy the speed work, or is there a means to an end?
Both. It's a different kind of suffering and different kind of enjoyment. I feel great after them. The cool down back to my house, I feel really good. I dread the run down to the track, but yeah.
Get a couple intervals in, you're good.
Yeah, it wakes the body up, wakes the mind up.
Nice. Going into tomorrow's race, back to yesterday's race. You went out conservatively.
Yeah.
I mean, you weren't half hour back in mile 20, but you were off the lead group. Saw you at Robinson Flat. Mile 30, you were in 17th place.
Yep.
Were you thinking it's still possible?
Somewhat. I mean, I knew that I was keeping it real. I was just conserving energy early on, really until Forest Hill, just focusing on conserving. Even getting through the canyons, focusing on conserving. And I knew that, you know, naturally, having done enough of these, you know, people are going to blow up, you know, people are going to drop, and so whether I ended up 12th or 9th, whatever, that stuff is just kind of how the rest of the field does to a certain extent for kind of where I'm at in running. But I knew that I could go sub 17, that was a goal, but to do 16:20, that was grand slam for me today.
Yeah.
Or yesterday. Yeah.
So you're coming across, you get through Forest Hill, mile 62, you're going into Cal Street. At least when I saw you at the river, there were 5 guys either side of 10th place, really close.
Sure.
When you hit the river, are you thinking, I'm fighting for M10, or are you just still trying to run the best race you can?
At that point, both. Yeah, like a combo. You start thinking more than about that placing. When you get in that spot, that's the stuff we kind of live for in a way. That's what ultra racing is about, you know. And so I had passed Laney on, I think, between Cal 2 and Cal 3, and that put me into 10th. Mm-hmm. And then when I got on the far side of the river, they told me I was in 9th, so I think Aish might have been sitting.
He was in the cot, yeah.
Okay, at one of the aid stations.
On your side.
Yeah, so that made me a little more comfortable, but not feeling like I had could even give up a minute. So we really ran hard. Was there some point in the final miles that you were like, I'm safe, I can enjoy it? At Roby, they told me Jesse was, I think, around 15 minutes back. I think 15 or 20 minutes back. And so, like, yeah, the last mile. But all that meant for me was that I could then carry my daughter across the finish line, which meant a lot to me without worrying about having to race on the track. I didn't want to have to do that. So it's
happened before.
Yes,
for 9th position, it might not be such a... You still want to finish, but yeah. Obviously, you have a lot of great training partners now. Not only the Bay Area, but Mill Valley has turned into a really a hot spot for ultra running. A bunch of the guys in the top 10 and 20, you know, are there Aside from the training and like learning from them and working together, what kind of mental boost does that and owning the San Francisco running company give you?
Yeah, I get to live the sport to a certain extent, and that's a dream come true. And the store and the community aspect that we're building around the store, which is really important to us, is really supportive and really encouraging. And it's an extension of the sport and what we all love here as well. And so that fires you up. It kind of naturally does. And I was definitely out on the course, and I'd hit some. I'd never had a low out there yesterday, but you get some tired moments. And I was thinking, man, friends are watching right now, and they're cheering from afar, and just keep it up.
You've built a lot of that over the last couple years. I mean, you're a great guy, and you've had a lot of friends in this community for a long time, but starting the store, I mean, you took a huge leap. You're working at Zynga. You had a corporate job, as it were.
Comfortable paycheck. Yeah,
there was. And
9 to 6.
I can commiserate with there's got to be excitement and fear in making that leap. And
totally.
You said you hit a grand slam yesterday. You've kind of done the same thing with San Francisco Running Company.
Yeah, we're still growing, but it was honestly seeing what you did, leaving legal and going to really pursue your passion. That was a big inspiration for me and other friends that have done that leap as well. And the biggest thing is just walking out of that corporate job for the last time, but I mean, the community aspect and the event aspect to the store is what's really important for us. Ultimately, any running store can sell the same stuff, but it's the community around that supports that, and that's what we're really passionate about.
That community is exciting. You're among a lot of friends all the time. But you also are a small business owner, right?
Yeah.
And the father of a 10-year-old. I mean, a 10-month-old. Excuse me. Do you ever wish sometimes that you were just back in the more regular corporate job?
I mean, there's the comfortable aspect that comes with that, but I was also, my last year and a half in tech, I was just really frustrated and really eager to do something else and pursue my passion. I encourage you to go pursue your passion, have an idea behind it. Feel free to reach out to me. Happy to offer any advice I can whatsoever. But no, I mean, aside from a steady paycheck, there's no time where I wish anything else.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What else do you got? I mean, you should savor this moment for
I
quite a
will.
while.
I will.
Is there going to be a celebration party at the store?
Probably. I think a few of us are going to meet up in Mill Valley. Mill Valley had 3 in the top 10. Bay Area had 4 in the top 10.
It was you, Varner, and Bowman, of course.
Bowman, yeah. And I think we had something like 5 in the top 20, something like that. So I don't know exactly. But Gary Gellin and Jorge, not too far back either. So, yeah.
Do you have anything else on the calendar for this year, race-wise?
Mount Tam Hill Climb, 3.3 miles up, 2,400 feet. The climb we do every Wednesday with the buddies, with the bros. And then do some more formal marathon training in the fall for Philly Marathon. So be back in your hometown. So.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on the great run yesterday.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Enjoy.
Yeah, thanks to you and Megan and the whole crew at I Run Far for being out there.
It's our pleasure.
All right.
Bonus question just popped in my head. You own a running store. What shoes did you race in yesterday?
I raced in a pair of Hoka Clifton Trails, which is a prototype right now. I was fortunately blessed with sample size 9 feet. So I've been doing some wear testing for them. And the Clifton Road shoe is a 7.6 ounce max cushion Hoka that's about to come out in July. And this one, they put a little bit of trail tread underneath. I've been wear testing it, and it's incredible. I think the thing's like 7.9 ounces, and it made a difference on all those downhills. I would just cruise downhills, next to, passing guys in kind of minimal shoes or minimally cushioned shoes, and all I was doing that whole time was just running easy downhill, conserving energy. So that footwear choice really made a difference.
You got me psyched. I got a pair of road Cliftons in the car, but I got to try the trails.
Yeah, the Clifton is it's a killer shoe.
Yeah, so. Nice.